Hello everybody, it's me, Final Chase, with more Let's Speedrun Super Mario Galaxy. In this episode, I plan to actually start taking out some of the comments that are not in the garden. Starting out with this one that killed me the last time. Well, a couple episodes ago at least. Purple coins, you are going down this time. I should explain again that I do all of the Super Mario Galaxy episodes in post-commentary. Most of everything I do is actually live commentary, but the only times I do post-commentary is for whenever times where I need to focus more, like speedruns. I need to focus a lot. I almost never talk while I'm doing one of these. So it wouldn't be very exciting, so I go for post-commentary instead, if you haven't known that by now. You should know where all these purple coins were from last time, at least, so there's not a whole lot to explain here. Oh, what to go over? I guess I should explain that I am going to be doing bonus episodes for this. That's after I get all 120 stars and beat Bowser. Again. Should explain that right now. I'm going to be doing that later, and I'll probably go over just kind of like a couple things that people might have a bit of trouble with, like some of those missions. Like some of these stars can get kind of difficult, so I feel like I should explain at least how to do a couple of these, or at least kind of how I would go through it if it was my first time, because I was kind of thinking that this isn't really good for like a first-time player, you know, to like watch if you're like trying to follow with me. I don't know if you'd be able to have good enough control and understanding on how to pretty much abuse everything to actually fully be able to utilize everything I at least can attempt to do, at the very least. I don't know, just my own personal thoughts. I have a very good place to grind for star bits, and that's one galaxy in particular. I think I've said which one it was. If I haven't, it is Sling Pod Galaxy. That's the one I prefer to go to. Honey Climb's also a good one to do, mainly just because it's all closer, but it's kind of hard to reset. Unlike Sling Pod, where it's very easy to reset, all you have to do is just die, and you reset, basically, and get more opportunities for star bits, so you can get like 600 there. And seriously, you only need to farm like once in the game if you're speedrunning and barely collecting any star bits like I am. So 51 purple coins, and hope I don't die in that dang honey again the exact same way. Seriously, that's like the only thing that you could die from in here. See, at this current point, of all the stars that are left, I only really was worried about only maybe 3 or 4 of the stars. I mean, none of the others really worried me too much. Well, a couple. Oh wait, no. This was one of the ones that worried me going into this speedrun. Another one was Sea Slide, because I was pretty sure that was going to take me a long time. And it takes a long time even if you really do know what you're doing. You really are able to just blast through it as fast as you possibly can. Honey Hive is only just confusing of like when to get some of the like a good straight line path to get all these purple coins. It's not very well placed on some of them. Some are very confusing of like how you get to a couple of them. Like this, I don't know the actual legitimate way. I think the only way you can do that is to fall. At least I think. I don't exactly know. I've just done that pretty much the entire time. Ever. Now, that pipe I never use because you can just fall down from one area. Yeah, there's purple coins along the way anyways, so you need to go through that way anyways. So, I like efficiency. Especially knowing where all the purple coins are. That does kind of help. Oh yeah, by the way, my goal for this episode was to... sorry, excuse me there. Was to basically get all the long missions out of the way. There was a couple left. Sea Slide was one of them, and this is one of the others. I don't think there was really any others that I was really worried about that was long in particular. If you can hear something in the background, that is my washing machine. My mom apparently put in a load of laundry while I wasn't looking. Oh well, they just came back, so it's like 9 o'clock right now, so they're sleeping. Tomorrow's gonna be the... well, no, I won't be saying what day it is tomorrow. I don't want to say how far ahead I've recorded this, because I have recorded this one in ahead of time, and probably shouldn't have, but almost every mission, every entire episode from here on out is about 30 minutes. Or a little bit more and a little bit less. I think it's about split from about as far as I've gone ahead. Though, my goal going into this was getting this one in about 18 episodes or under. I was pretty confident I was going to hit that goal going into it. So that was kind of my goal. I'm not going to exactly say how many episodes it took or anything like that, Well, my original goal was to get under 20 episodes. Right now, I just want to get this star. Because it's a star. And I kind of need it. And I say goodbye to the terrace now. Like I have with the fountain in the kitchen. And there's only one star left in the engine room, so basically everything that's left is in the bedroom, which are all comet missions, and the garden. 96. Not too many left. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, now I can't go for the terrace anymore. Luigi's just there. Seriously, he doesn't get you any more stars than the 3 he gave you, basically. And a couple of them were really quick. Like, obscenely quick. To the point where I even questioned it sometimes on how fast really it should have been. Alright, so these last two are going to be the ones I'm going to be focusing on pretty much for the last stretch. But I probably should at least get them somewhat out of the way, just so I can get the comets going for them. Since you have to go for at least some of the base missions going into it before you actually get the comets to come around. Typically it's about 1 or 2 of the stars out of 3. Sometimes it's all 3. But you need to at least start the galaxy before comets can start appearing. Now, Dreadnought is... I love the Dreadnought Galaxy. It is kind of difficult at times. Though, I love it. It's easily one of my favorites. I mean, it's so simple, but it's awesome in its own right. I love how difficult it is, even for me still right now, going into the speedrun. I mean, seriously, it was actually kind of difficult of a galaxy. I mean, there's still some there's still the purple coin mission, which still throws me up sometimes. Now, if playing a game quite a few times and there's still some things that mess you up pretty badly, yeah, that's a pretty difficult galaxy. Really the only one of these kind of segments that I actually do legitimately for the most part, because I can't think of a way to actually make this shorter. Oh well. I love how they handle the wall jumps in this game. Well, in these sections here at least, especially in the Dreadnought Galaxy. How they handle the wall jump is really good, and how they adjust the mechanics and all that. And Hermes got squished, but I know better. Oh, sorry about that. I shouldn't be tired. I didn't wake up until pretty late today, unfortunately. I guess I stayed up a bit too late. Oops. Oh. Oh, man. So I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with the using the backflip and then a wall jump trick. I mean, I think at this point that was pretty obvious. At this point, or at least you should know at least how to somewhat utilize it to your advantage. I still have like no need to actually use life shrooms for what they're legitimately for. I mean, I barely ever use them like that. Oh, and this part is kind of cool. If I couldn't just, you know, do that, get past the first one. Unfortunately, that you can't wall jump on the side of these, so you have to take the long way. Unless you do like a really interesting backflip and something like that. Alright, now this wall jump here is really cool. I at least think so. What you do, you wall jump while the wall is moving upwards. That is awesome. They do it a lot more in the second game, but they still utilize it a few times and make it pretty cool. Yes. This truly is an awesome game. If you seriously haven't bought this game yet by this point, I mean, seriously, it's 20 bucks. If you got the money, go for it. You can find it basically anywhere. It's not a hard game to get. Or if you're really that inclined, go get the second game. Dang it. Dang it, Bullet Bill. Don't run into the guy with an iron helmet. It's just bad for the both of you. Seriously, it's terrible for the both of you. Hey, star bits. I'll be needing those, because I still need a bunch of star bits left. Airman, star bits, and how many am I going to grab? Like, none of them, am I? Yeah. I wish the colors actually kind of mattered whenever you for the star bits. I mean, they seriously have like absolutely no bearing on anything. It's just, oh, it's a star bit, it's just a different color. It's like, woo, it's a different color. But the default is apparently purple. So why couldn't the other colors be like, you know, a different value or something? My thought, just my thought on it all. Oh, if you hear little footsteps on those are my dogs. They're kind of acting up. They're a little bit hyper. I probably need to take them on a little nighttime walk. I should get some more. Probably should get some longer clothing on before I go out. It's kind of cold. It's been raining a lot where I am. It's been kind of cold due to that too, which is weird for this time of year. But again, I have... Well, never mind. Never mind. Just forget I said anything. Let's see here. Dusty Dunes or Sea Slide? Tough choice. Tough choice. Very tough choice. But it would have been better if I went the other way. Farewell. That still throws me off a few times, is figuring out where the bedroom is in accordance to where it is above. It's kind of hard. Kind of hard to remember that one. Well, let's get Dusty Dunes out of the way, or at least most of the way. One of the two comets out of the way. Something. Anything. Yeah. One of the missions I can't stand in this game is this one. But then again, I also don't like the Sea Slide one either. Everyone who's played this game to 120 stars knows about the Sea Slide purple coins. That one takes forever, and the real reason why I can't stand the bee suit anymore. I kinda liked it when I first got to it, and afterwards I just don't care for it. It was Sea Slide that did it. That was the one that really made me not like the bee suit. It's just slow, and it makes that freaking purple coin mission longer than it should be. Cooperate Thwomp. Or, Thwomp or Thwomp. I always get those two mixed up. Oh well. I can't get everything right, can I? It's not like that this is so freaking annoying anyways. This is a long one too. Oh right, this was also one of another long of the missions that I wanted to at least take out. Also a bit risky there, since that is instant death if you fall in there. I'm not kidding. Instant death. So much that I decided to do it twice. Yeah, because, doing it twice makes it that much more exciting that I almost fall and have to restart this mission. Because, yay, I want to redo this one of all things, making me go through my least favorite galaxy of this game again. Ugh. Easily my least favorite. It's just so slow and boring, and the music's not my favorite either. It's just a whole lot of things I just find ish, really. I think that's the reason why I don't like this galaxy. And probably some childhood memories from me not liking World 2 Super Mario Bros. 3. That sun. That is all I have to say. The sun. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about that sun about now. Or at least should. If you have played Super Mario Bros. 3. If not, why haven't you? That is a really good game. I would almost argue that it's better than this one, but I don't really know how to argue that properly without going into a 5-hour-long discussion of basically banter back and forth between people. I don't really want to do that right now. Man, I shouldn't be this tired. Yeah, those purple coins there too are very difficult to get if you really don't know well, they're just risky jumps. Where you barely have to jump and, then do that meal, then do that me, jeez. Then nearly fall. Oh, this part too, yeah. This part, I just intentionally jump into a tornado and start tornado hopping, basically. Would that be the proper term for it? Tornado hopping? I mean, tornado jumping doesn't make sense either, but... yeah, those little, debris things, I don't know about those. What are they anyways? I don't get it. What are they in particular? I don't really know. Also, thank you, Toad. Oh, now I just backflip over here and yeah, better go get this purple coin. Make sure you get the purple coin up here on top of the switch. It's in the air. Oh, and that Toad also says like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" Well, not exactly those terms, but you get the idea. Also, those tornadoes have nearly killed me. Seriously, probably one of the most destructive enemies to me now. It's that crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll get that whenever, I don't have to worry about the freaking thing falling on me. Oh my gosh, my dogs are going crazy upstairs. What are they doing? Well, actually, I know they're kind of play fighting each other. Why? I've had those dogs for about a year now, thinking about it. That's insane. Well, one of them at least for about a year. While I'm in the air, it's really not a good idea to actually do that too often. Yeah. Oh well, another star. Actually, I remember my goal for this episode was to get to 100 stars. I remember this one. Was to get to 100 stars exactly. So, yeah. Well, actually, I can think of quite a few short stars that I was thinking of to do really quickly. I mean, shouldn't be too bad, right? Hey, I'm also using the red power, which, unfortunately, I wish had a lot more use than just, like, flying around the observatory. I mean, it's still loads of fun to play around with that ability just in the observatory. Seriously, that power is a lot of fun to mess with. Decisions. Okay, this one. There's quite a few quick stars I can do here that really don't take me too long in Deep Dark. Seriously. And especially if you sequence break a little bit. There's one spot in particular you can sequence break very easily in Bubble Blastoff. And I will show you, because I actually do it. Let's just say you can ignore that little beaver right there. Or is it a gopher? Or is it a mole? What is it? I think it's a mole, I think? It's one crazy lunatic mole. I think it's the last time you also see this mole too in this game. Yeah, I just ignored. Seriously, there's no reason for me to bother with it. Also, still getting all these star bits is very nice and crucial. Now, this is when I started to learn about sequence breaking, was this, because I hated going through that mole, because he's pretty annoying. It's basically the electric guy. Remember how much trouble I had with that one. Oh, jeez. Probably should have just used the spring ability. Should have just used that instead. You know, the ability I can't stand to ever use. I try to avoid, at least most of the time, unless I really find it's actually more helpful. The spring, I avoid at all costs, even if it does take me extra time. Yeah, it's that insane. So, yeah, I skipped the entire time I was supposed to actually, you know, beat that mole and get a nice flower. You were supposed to do that. Like I said, you were supposed to do that. I just backflipped over the wall and just said forget it. Now, you weren't really supposed to take down these cheeps, but this is like the only time you ever see these things too in this game. Kind of a shame. I like cheeps. They're so funny. What you're supposed to do is hit these pegs down that look like tree stumps. Seriously, they look like tree stumps that looks like someone crazy with an axe on. I mean, the edges in particular. Oh well. So, time to play a little bit of ground pound pinball, or whatever you would call it. Take a hit, because I can, and... Nope. Wait for it. I've almost got it. There we go. Now be careful, those lasers can still hit you. It has killed me once, actually. I forgot it's a run away from the laser! Run away from the deadly laser! Yeah, those toads over there that will tell you about, like, what to do. Just pound ground the balls rolling around inside the planet. It's weird. Need I remind you, this is a Mario game, so there is no logic. Just kind of do whatever. Let's see here. Tough choice of what to do. What to do? Well, I kind of want to just get rid of Dusty Dunes, really, right now, out of everything. So why not? I decided to skip Sea Slide. I think at this point I was like, okay, I want to get 100 stars for sure. So time to go quickly get some easy ones. Sandblast speedrun, so it's the second mission on a speedrun. Seriously. Not too exciting, I think. Also, I forgot about a little trick that you could do to make this a whole lot easier to take down these guys. Yeah, so I'm doing a mission in Dusty Dunes as my 100th star. Yeah, really weird, huh? The galaxy I hate the most is going to be my 100th star, and it's going to be to finish the galaxy too. to where I don't have to come back here. I kind of approve of that. I kind of like that thought. It's quite nice. Quite nice. Yeah, you should know how to get out of sand quickly. That's pretty obvious. Just press buttons like a madman. Or woman if you're a female. I won't discriminate. Ever. Just trolls or just, well, I just act diplomatically on that. Why? Because you're just someone who's trying to get attention, and I don't really think it's worth it. If you're trying to get attention like that, it's not really that good of an idea. I at least don't agree with it. I don't see why getting attention like that is going to get you anywhere. I think it's just silly, and that's really it. It's just silly. Why would you ever want to troll anyone like that if you're just trying to get the attention of someone? If you would want to do that, you know, just talk to them constantly, you know? I mean, obviously, with, like, more popular people, like big-time Let's Players, or big-time video gamers, or whatever they do that are pretty well-known, yeah, you might not get anywhere. Actually, I'm pretty sure you won't get anywhere if you do anything like that, so really don't do that. So, what a lot of people consider popular YouTube-wise is 10,000 subscribers. That, I at least think so. Yeah. I at least think it's interesting enough. Yeah. It's just interesting, just kind of like who gets popular on YouTube and who doesn't sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of people who I think really would be better, who I think would be more appropriate to be popular on things like YouTube and all social media, and just like things just that are more popular that I think really should be but aren't. I'm more the guy that goes for the things that are not as popular. That's kind of what I do. I don't really like the heavily popular things ever. It's not like I'm against it. I mean, there are things that are popular that I do like. I mean, that's not as often like video games. I mean, that's one of them. I mean, look how popular video games are nowadays. And you have Mario to thank for that too, by the way. And Shigeru Miyamoto, but that's also something else on that. But that's also another detail. So the only real, even remotely difficult Speedy Comet is done. Seriously, the other ones are complete jokes. I mean, one you get 6.5 minutes on, and you only need like 4 for. Or maybe 5 at the most. I mean, unless you really mess up at one section of that. And I don't even think that's really that big of a deal. Which one next? Which would be a good another one to do? Let's see here. 28 minutes. What's a good one I can do in about, 2 minutes? Oh, right, the third mission in Deep Dark Galaxy. That one's really a quick one. That's also if the camera angle agrees with you too. That's another problem. Having the camera angle agree with you in this situation. Because in this one, it doesn't agree with you very well. It especially happens to me on this one. I remember that. It really didn't agree with me. It didn't want me to go and actually beat the mission in 3 minutes. But I said no and did it anyways. Like a boss. Oh, but in all seriousness, yeah, remember Guppy from Sea Slide? Yeah. He's here too. And this one is, seriously, for, again, Galaxy in the final areas of the game, this one's pretty easy. This is a pretty easy Galaxy. There's like one mission that I think's even remotely difficult, and that's just due to an annoyance factor of an enemy. And that's really it, unfortunately. This one's a very easy Galaxy. I mean, even the purple coin mission's easy. It just takes a while, especially if you forget where a couple are. Those little pokey guys, yeah, they're the problem of kind of like what I don't really like too much about this. And here we go with the camera angle starting to disagree with me. See, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to like exactly follow Guppy all the way through all these rings very easily, and it doesn't work very well here. I get some very odd camera angles, especially when trying to get the star. That's another case in all of it itself. Oh, and have fun getting through this without having an annoyance, and watch the camera angle go insane. And now he conceded defeat for the last time. This is the last time you see Guppy. So, if you liked him or didn't care for him, well, he's gone now. Overall, I don't remember him too much. Oh well, I start. And that's it for this episode. So in the next episode, I plan to at least get, I don't know, a couple more stars. 5 more at least. Maybe get close to 107 or 110? I don't know. 101 stars is nice. You know, triple digits now. I'm like, what, 13 episodes in or something? So I'll see you guys then.